Okay, welcome back guys. Today we're going to check out number 21, signal window filter. It's the very end of the holidays now, so school's starting up tomorrow. Just going to go through the last few that we've just solved. So signal window filter, here we come. Alright, so what do we have to do? We've got to total 3 numbers together for out 3 and total 5 numbers together for out 5. And so here's how the sequence works. Let's look at in 3 first, this first column, or out 3, sorry. What we need to do is send through the total of the first 3 inputs. When the fourth one comes in, you've got to start subtracting at the first one so that it becomes the second, third, and fourth entries. Then on the third output, you will need C, D, and E, which just means the total of that minus the first 2. So that's how I tackled this for the in 3. So let's just have a quick look. So the in 3 was quite easy to solve. The in 5 is much harder because I decided not to use the stack memory nodes because they were too confusing. So have a look at what happens to the total of the 3 numbers. It's actually quite an easy solve here. First number 11 comes through. We split it in half. Don't worry about that. That's for the in 5 solve. And basically, here's how I did it. For this to happen, we need 2 streams of the number. We need the first A that will add and the second A that will subtract 3 units later, or 3 numbers later. And so I use these nodes to delay the second entry. So if you have a close look, what's going to happen is when A hits here, A is going to get fired to the left and down. So the down one will receive it first, and then the left one will come back around 3 numbers later. That's how this module works. So check it out. 11 comes through, 11 goes through already, and we throw it straight down because the first one is 11. Alright, 77 comes through. 77 goes through. 11 just waits here on the side until it's needed at the 4th number. That's where we start taking the numbers out. Okay, so the total was 88, the first A and B, so that gets chucked through. The third number comes through, 17. And so 17 gets put through, gets totaled to 105, that gets thrown through. And now, when we start looking at the 4th number, we need to start adding 67, but subtracting 11. You get this number. We add the 4th value, but subtract the 1st value. So what we do is, I've also done a pass-through, we'll go through that later. We subtract that from the total, which is stored in the accumulator here. We add that, and then the number is 161. That gets thrown down. Okay, and once again we subtract the next value in, which is 77, the second value that we need to get rid of this sum of 3 numbers sequence. And so that works itself. Now, for out 5, that was a bit more complicated, but we were using the same method. So you saw that when I moved the number through this way, it delayed it by 3 squares. Now the tricky thing is there's not enough space to delay it anymore. So what I did was I routed that number through here. So it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. Okay, so the number actually passes through this module, which is why there are a lot of duplicate commands here. If you look carefully, here's what I'm doing. I'll just wait till this gets back to the top. Okay, so each time we run that, we actually move this number, which is cloned, to the right. And so this number, which is delayed, gets put over here, which is then 30, gets put over here, which is delayed even more. For this one, we've actually already got in 3, and so check out this. Here's how we solved it. We didn't have to do it from scratch again because we've already got the result from this one. All we need to do is in 5, or sorry, out 5 is actually out 3, what we worked out in here, but we add the first two numbers because we don't want those, we want them delayed 2 steps later. And so what I did here was I routed the number upwards, totaled it, and brought it back down. So each time, the first two numbers which come through, which is A and B, will get up here, get added together in this module, and sent back down. How I did that was I stored a number on the side pocket, added it back in, sent it down, and we added it to the out 3's result, and that makes it out 5. So that's how this one works. There we go, pretty decent solve. Nothing too special, but that's number 21 for you.